It's between Democrat Wes Moore and Republican Dan Cox.
Yeah, it's a heated debate. So in an exclusive interview, our political and government reporter Leonard Fleming sat down with both of those candidates, and he joins us live in the studio.
Yeah, Leonard, now less than 8 weeks to go until Election Day.
Good evening, Chris and Tasmin. We asked the candidates, both of whom are very different, what their solutions are to complex problems and to address questions about the topics that voters care about most. Perhaps one of the most vexing issues is tackling crime. Here are their approaches.
There are certain crime spikes in Maryland, and it's a serious issue in this year's governor's race. Democrat Wes Moore says community policing is one of the answers.
Talk about the importance of crime and how you, as governor, will deal with it.
You know, it's a real challenge throughout many parts of the state. And the thing that we know is the way we're going to have to deal with it is within partnership. Our local jurisdictions need a partner in Annapolis to help to deal with these issues.
And the parole and probation system needs retooling.
We have to have a state that's willing to work in partnership, fix the Department of Parole and Probation, fix the fact that we have over 150 vacancies in the Department of Parole and Probation, and get these violent offenders off of our streets and get these illegal guns out of our communities.
Republican Dan Cox supports community policing too, but police hiring shortages is the real culprit.
Well, actually, Leonard, I have supported community policing and have put that on my website. I've put it on my crime reduction plan because I believe in it. I believe in the fact that we need to have our officers living in the community if at all possible. And right now, sadly, they're down 800 officers in Baltimore City. So when I'm talking about, in addition to community policing, when I'm talking about increasing police officers, it's not increasing them inappropriately, it's simply making up the gaps.
Recruitment of law enforcement is also a problem in Moore's eyes.
You have to make sure that you're also using the bully pulpit of the governor's office wisely, where one of the main recruitment tools that we're going to have is going to be a chief executive who is trying to encourage people to join the profession.
To Cox, there's a reason the numbers are falling.
Why? Because my opponent's position, along with the Democrat position, sadly, and I say the left position is more like it because not every Democrat agrees with this. A lot of Democrats agree with more safety. And the position tends to be to defund the police or to transfer funds, which I think is defunding the police, out of policing into social services. Well, I want to restore qualified immunity fully, and the reason for that is because our police are already subjected to a violation of their Fifth Amendment rights. I mean, they're the only community in America, or excuse me, in Maryland, that has to testify under oath, regardless of whether they want to or not.
The number one job of any chief executive is public safety. The number one job is ensuring that people can feel safe, that nothing else is more important than that. And for the people who are wearing the uniform, this is a public service. As the chief executive, we are going to demand that we have a policing force that moves in appropriate intensity, absolute integrity, and full accountability. We also know we're never going to arrest or militarize our way out of this problem. There are larger challenges that we also have to deal with simultaneously, and that includes things like making sure you have an education system that's actually training students and preparing students for the work of now and for the work of tomorrow.
Cox says there's money available without hiking taxes.
So how do you pay for more increased funding for police? Where does that come from?
So right now in the Maryland State Treasury, there's $7.5 billion surplus. This is a good thing, but we don't need to sit on that money or spend it recklessly. I think it needs to go into our core infrastructure, and that would include our police.
Next week, we continue this reporting for more from the candidates on the Maryland economy, how they govern and win over those who didn't vote for them, and controversies in their background. For DC News Now, I'm Leonard N. Fleming. Back to you.